Hi there, Janet Fritz here for Galaxy Girl Creations. Welcome to my channel and welcome to it's not Kit Conspiracy, even though it is the last day of the month, but I am actually doing a walkthrough of my cruise kit album. If you're not sure what that is, MK and I hosted a class on a cruise in February, and this is the album we created on the cruise. We didn't get to finish everything on the cruise. We hosted a Zoom after. We also had video instructions on how to do it and written instructions on how to do it. So if you didn't finish everything on the cruise, you could finish it at home or during a Zoom with us. So I'm going to share what we did in class. I have done a few layouts since then. Those are all up on my channel and you can go and check those out. I'm going to try and make a playlist before this video goes live so that you can just go to a cruise playlist, and hopefully I can get a link down below for you for that so you can see the additional layouts that I've done so far. And the reason I am sharing this with you is because in the month of May, I'm going to be working on this cruise album quite a bit more, and so I wanted you to see what we are starting with, or what I am starting with. And if you're watching MK's channel as well, our albums are going to look very similar because obviously we did this for part of our class, and we are going to be working on the same set of photos throughout the month. We kind of even batched them so that you can kind of watch and see how we do our layouts different. Our supplies are also going to be different. We both have some leftovers from this cruise kit, and we had some things in our personal stash that were also related. The kit was based off of the Simple Stories Simple Vintage Coastal collection, so I do have some of those papers left over, but I've also added in several other things, and maybe I can share a little bit of that at the end of this video. But I've pulled from my stash for the rest of it. So our kits for the month are going to look very different. Now I'm going to apologize in advance for any glare you might see. As you might notice, I have a new glass mat. I actually have a new setup, and I see that it's picking up the shadows, and I'm trying to still work out my whole desk setup and the lighting, so I'm going to do the best I can. I've even actually pulled the pages out of the page protectors to kind of cut down on the glare as much as possible. So I am just going to move the page protectors along so I don't lose the order of how we did this kit, although the pages that I'm making after the fact are probably going to be interspersed with this because of the way that I've done the photos. So this is the class, all of the ladies that joined us, and it was awesome. We had a wonderful time. It was a great adventure, and I am so looking forward to the next one. Yes, I said the next one. We have one scheduled for 2025 in February during President's Day week, and I'll tell you more about that in a little bit. So MK was able to do some custom acrylic for us with the dates on it, and then we had some custom cut files that I created, and I am so happy with the way this came out. We included the corrugated paper in the album as well, and the burlap ribbon. You did have to bring your own inks to ink up the specific cut files that we wanted to ink up, but other than that, the rest of it was included except the photo. We did take the photo on board, obviously, though. So this is our second page, and if you look at it like this, it looks like a double page layout, and I apologize, it's a shadow on here. I'm going to move this in just a moment so you see it a little bit better. So that's how it looks. We do have this insert in the middle, which could be moved, but that's how the class was designed. We both like to have small pages in between our big pages as a little kind of surprise and something fun in there. So that's how we designed it. This part of the layout is about MK getting locked out of our room. I was in the room, I had my earplugs on, didn't even hear her. She made 2 trips back and forth to guest services to get it fixed, and by the time she came back, she still didn't get it fixed, but I was up and was able to let her in the room. And so she got ready for the day, and as we were leaving for the day, we decided we would go down to guest services and get it fixed. But when we opened the door, there was a maintenance worker and another crew member there, and the other crew member had a master key and his key didn't work. So it was the door that was broken, not her card key. And the maintenance guy said, oh, I'll fix it right now. Don't worry about it. And which I thought was funny because I was like, yeah, we'll go down and get it taken care of. And I didn't even have to go anywhere. Although she had to walk several flights of stairs to get it fixed, I didn't have to do anything. It was fantastic. She could have taken the elevator, but she does like to get her steps in. So this is the other half of the page. And it's got an awesome cut file here with the title, The Ocean is Calling. And then we've got several photos that are smaller here. These are the shirts that we had for our teaching days. Those were really fun. And then photos on our balcony, which was just absolutely beautiful. Beautiful photo of the wake out of the back of the boat. These ones that are really early in the morning. MK took those because I don't get up that early. And so I was very happy to be able to poach her photos. And this is a photo that Kathy Carr took. So thank you for that, Kathy. She takes wonderful photos, and we didn't think to even take pictures of inside of our cabin, even though we had a whole page dedicated to it. So yeah, that was fun. So I'm just going to lay this here because it's going to go back to back in that next sheet protector. Actually, it's going this way because it's going back to back with this guy. So this is our next set of pages that we did. And this is really cool because it's got all of these wooden huts that she cut for us and a sailboat, which I think are awesome. This was a snorkeling excursion that we did. So I have some GoPro footage of us underwater, and I was able to extrapolate some still photos from that, which I thought was really fun. And then we did that with our friends Janie, and her name is Janet as well. So there's 2 Janets and a Janie. And then when we got back out of the water, they served us rum punch on board, which was really good, really fantastic. Because you're out in the water, you need a drink. I somehow got 2 of them, although I only drank 1. Anyway, lots of fun things on here. Lots of little layers and details. All of this like linen thread was included, the burlap again. So you didn't really have to bring much other than your tools and your inks, which was really cool. And then I'm going to get that page protector out of the way. More snorkeling photos. These are more that were extrapolated out of my GoPro. Janie and MK, and then these are both of me and MK. And it's really hard to get your own self. It's really hard to get yourself because you're filming back towards the surface of the water, so you're getting all of the sunlight. So that I really struggled with that, and this is the first time I've used the GoPro underwater. Actually, I think it's the first time I've used the GoPro other than just playing with it and learning how to use it. And so it was harder to get photos of myself than it was to get photos of them. Also, this excursion, we just had a blast because we had many excursions that were canceled. And so this was a lot of fun. This was one that we were able to reschedule. So we have some dolphins here, some chipboard pieces, and then we have a mask and snorkel and fins over on this side, which is really cool. And then lots of gold letters. And this die cut piece is actually from Elizabeth Craft Designs. So we created that in class with everyone as well. And then I was able to just put in some pictures from underwater in it, which I thought was really cool because you can get a little bit extra in it. And you can still use full-size photos on your page and fit as many as you can. Okay, let me get this guy out of the way. Okay, so this page has a 6x6 insert in it, which I'm not taking all the little inserts out of the sheet protectors. I don't want them to get lost. Anyway, it's got a really cute shirt and flip-flops there made out of acrylic, and they even have a tiny Hawaiian print on them, which is super cute, and then a bag of for shopping. And these photos, if you've never been on a cruise before, they offer all these deals. Like if you go to this jewelry place at this time, you can get a free bracelet and put your name in a drawing to win something else. And so they had that throughout the week. And this is a photo of us at one of those types of things to get our free bracelet. This is what the bracelets look like. So one of the times we got this, which is a wine glass, and then the other time we got this black one here, and that one's already on one of my pages. You're going to see that in a video later this week. Those are the only two I got. I think Sandy got a couple more because she was able to run down there and I had other things going on that I had to do. So yeah, that was cool. And then this is just me in a hammock hanging out, and it just says relaxing up here, which I thought that was really cute. And that is on a different island, so those pictures are to come. These are all taken on board the ship. One of our excursions, our port days, we came back early and we were able to hit the hot tub without hardly anybody on the deck. You can see there's just a few people. I think there were like 3 other people in the hot tub with us, and the hot tub holds, I don't know, 15 people or something ridiculous, some huge amount. These are just the bathroom doors, which we thought were kind of funny. So we took pictures of that, or MK took pictures of that. Another one of her early morning walk around the boat and grab pictures. And then we had this cut file that I made with the beach umbrella, and then she did the Adirondack chair in wood, which I thought was super cute. And then these are some of the slides, or one of the slides that are on board. This slide is a dry slide, so you are not in a water. You're in this like sack. It's not burlap. I don't know what it's called. But it's like this sack that you slide down in, and this is the mouth of the slide. And this photo MK took really early in the morning with this beautiful rainbow. And it's like, I don't know, you could not have planned a better photo than that. It's absolutely fantastic. This is actually the slide. It's 10 stories long. I did not write it. I probably would have if I was feeling great, but that day my ears were super plugged up and I didn't really want to do anything that was going to throw my equilibrium off any more than it already was. So I stood at the bottom and took pictures. So this is one of the rare occurrences that I was the one taking photos, and although I didn't have to get up early for that, so that was awesome. But yeah, this is Joni and MK. And when you go down the slide, it's a glass platform that you stand on to go down the slide, so you can look down and see all the floor below you. And then we had I made this cut file of this water slide, which I thought was really cool because there are 3 water slides on board this ship. I've already done a layout about that, but it's already on my channel. And then the Coco Cay island that Royal Caribbean owns also has water slides. And actually this page goes inside this page protector, so this word obsessed will go right over the top of it, which is kind of cool. At least I thought it was cool. So this is our next set of pages, and this is on Coco Cay, which is their private island, like I said. I'll talk about this little insert a little bit after. I just wanted to mention these awesome wood veneer palm trees, which are actually, I don't know if you can see how thin those are, you guys. They are actually thinner than the chipboard. MK did a fantastic job with those. All of the corrugated paper was all included in the kit. We did recommend you could bring a brayer with you if you wanted to flatten it out so it didn't take up as much room. We don't know how everybody feels about a lot of dimension in their albums. We both don't mind it and we kind of like it, but not everybody does. So one way to combat that is to use a brayer and flatten that out. You did have to bring your inks, like I mentioned. And so this is another double page, which all of these pages are meant that you can pull them apart and insert something in between, so they could totally be a standalone page. There's no reason it has to be a double. So that is that one. This insert is a little pocket, and this has our tickets for our excursions in here. This was an excursion that was canceled, and I want to get a stamp that says cancel and put it across there. And then this is one of the snorkel one that you've already seen the photos for up there. I don't know if I will end up doing another layout about snorkeling, or if I think I got all the photos I really want. So this will probably just go back in here. But our dolphin swim I haven't documented yet, and so I don't know if I'll end up with that on the page or if I'll just keep all of my excursions in this little pocket pouch together. And then I have this wristband for the Pirates of Nassau. I'm sticking it in here for now. I don't know if it'll end up on a page or not. But that was a pirate museum that we found while we were walking around, and it was amazing. It was awesome. Sandy and MK and I, all three of us, took photos, so we probably have enough photos for an entire album of that, but I probably won't do an entire album about a pirate museum, but it was pretty awesome. Okay, so this is still on Coco Cay. These are our excursion tickets, a set for me and a set for her. These were some of the excursions that were canceled. And then the excursion that we were supposed to do on here, we didn't have these physical tickets because this is their island, so they had it in their computer system. But that day, our snorkel and kayak excursion got canceled because of the high wind. You can see in the photo here, the trees were going crazy. They canceled the kayaking. The snorkeling was snorkel at your own risk kind of deal. You had to wear these bulky life vests, which I float, like I can't sink if I want to sink, but and I know how to swim very well, so it's not a big deal. But for a non-swimmer, it would be something you probably wouldn't have wanted to do. So we ended up opting not to do it that day. And we rescheduled and ended up doing the other snorkeling. And yes, I know it looks like it's out of order because I am showing you this in the order that we prepared it for the class. At the end of the day, when I get all of my other layouts done, it will probably not be in this order. And I do plan to do another album share at that time, which will probably be 2 albums because this one's actually already full. So it looks like I have 2 photos here of my feet. This one, there's actually water and the water's pulling the sand back. This one's on dry sand. So this is kind of just a place filler because I knew I had more writing that would fit than would fit down here. And I didn't really have another photo that I thought would fit there and look good. So I just have my feet sticking out, and that's okay. This insert is also an Elizabeth Craft die set that I have, and that's how we made that. And actually, I need to find my card key because my card key would fit in there for our room. I just don't know quite where it's at right now. It's probably in the box that says cruise on it over there. Okay, so next up, let me move the sheet protector, is this double page. Again, you could separate it. There's no reason why that can't be its own page. It's absolutely beautiful on its own. But these were also taken on Coco Cay, so I've already got quite a bit of Coco Cay documented. Our kits, we did include this jute and then the flare from Scrappin Happy Studio were in our kits, as well as the anchor here, and then all of these pieces are all from the kit. So this is one of the professional photos that one of the Royal Caribbean staff members took. And I am documenting us just walking around the island since our excursion got canceled. We decided just to kind of explore on our own. And so these are MK's feet and my feet. That's me. That's MK. Right ahead of us is my friend Janie. And Janet's there as well, but she's kind of a little bit to the side, so I'm blocking most of her. But the 4 of us, we just went walking around, found a place to have lunch, watched a couple of volleyball games, and just enjoyed chatting with each other and enjoyed the downtime. So that was a lot of fun. Here is a map of the island. It was on one of their signboards, and so we had a photo of that. I do actually have a map, a big size map that I'll show you later, but I thought that would be kind of fun to include. These chipboard pieces are from Dusty Attic, and we painted all of those chipboard pieces in class, so that was another portion of the class that we had fun doing. We had 2 at sea days that we had class, and then we had some pre-work, like the painting was pre-work. You could do it at your leisure whenever you had time. We did have a quick session on how to do it, so you could learn how to do it, and then we were in the room at certain times. People could come and get help if they needed it. So this is our next double page, and let me get the page protector out of the way because the glare is terrible. It's better. I've already filmed this video once. This is my second time filming it, and it's much better than it was, but it's still not perfect. So I'm playing with that light setup. My first few videos this week are going to be, may not have the best lighting because I'm working on it. And it's not that it doesn't have the best lighting. It actually has too much lighting. And I think that was the problem. But I'm working on it, so bear with me. I also don't know how well I like this glass mat because the black picks up everything. I do like my other one, but this one is much larger. So I can't really switch them because this one doesn't fit on my other desk. But we'll see. We'll see if I maybe put it back in a box and put the other one back on my desk. I don't know. Haven't decided. Okay. Sorry, I'm off on a tangent. Another cut file that I created for this particular layout. And then this was a very windy day. This is going into Nassau, the Bahamas. This is where we saw the pirate museum, and we actually have a picture with a pirate, and that will come later. I haven't done those layouts yet, but me, Sandy, and MK having a good old time. But you can see the wind is just really blowing my hair. Sandy's hair is blowing in the wind as well. It was very blustery the first couple days especially. And then we go into dining. So this one is dining at sea. You could put dining photos here too if you wanted. Everybody gets to pick where they put their own photos. The photos were not included in the class, obviously. But this was a lot of fun to create. I love the 4x6 elements here, and I love the little glasses that we were able to create. These were some of the mocktails. These are Virgin Mai Tais, and I enjoyed those quite a bit because I like fruity drinks. And this is our server is up here, and this is our dining table, the ladies that were at our table all of the time. And then around us over here were the tables for the rest of the group. So we were able to see each other. I kind of wish that you could just like move around from table to table, but that's not really how they have it set up. I don't know if there's a way around that next time, but that way we could visit with even more people. But we had a great time chatting at dinner anyway. So this gentleman, he was in charge of getting all of the drinks for the table. So his name is Sagar, and he was very nice and very good at his job. So there's MK and I with our card keys on. And then this is our server, Addie, who actually plays the guitar and does a harmonica, and he sang Love Me Tender. I actually have a video of that, and I'm going to put a QR code on here so that you can go and replay it if you really wanted to. And then my journaling will go in here, which I know this looks super busy for journaling, but I'm going to put journaling strips of white paper with my journaling on it to fit in this spot. That's the only journaling in this book that I have not, I think, the only journaling that I have not yet done. And I realize this doesn't have journaling, but there's more pages that go with this. So I am going to be inserting other things and moving the order around. This is my friend Sue and my friend Dawn. I've known them for many years. I've scrapbooked with Sue for, I don't know, 10 or 12 years. Yeah. So I wish we had had more time to spend together, but we were doing very different things in the non-class time frames. And so she lives local to me, so we will have dinner together. So again, another dining at sea, or a continuation of the dining at sea. This was the formal night, so we're dressed up a lot nicer than we are here. This is a professional these are both professional photos that the onboard cruise photographers took, and that's just me with our server, who is very, very kind and awesome. And then this is the last page, which is a pocket page. It's got 2 pockets actually. So this corrugated piece is a pocket, and this is where I've got the maps for Coco Cay and for Labadee, Haiti, which is also their property. And we did go to Labadee, and we went, I don't know if it was a week or 2 weeks before they shut down going to Haiti because of all of the civil unrest that is going on there. And so that is where we actually did our snorkeling excursion. And it is a Royal Caribbean leased property, but Royal is actually, I don't think they're currently stopping in Haiti at this point in time. And then I have a postcard from the historic port of Falmouth, Jamaica. And I don't know, I may end up doing a bunch of journaling on this when I get to that point to see what I have left that I need to document. And then I'm going to do some journaling here as well. That's what this spot was intended for, not really for a photo. And I just love the way that it came out, you guys. That's it for the actual cruise class layouts. And then I have a bunch back here that I've already filmed that are already up on my channel. And then starting tomorrow, yes, starting tomorrow, I will have another video for you that is cruise related. I'm going to skip Thursday. MK will have a video on Thursday. Thursday, I think, is the only day I'm planning to skip. And then I'm hoping to have videos the rest of the month. We will see what I can do. I don't know if I'll end up being able to keep up with that given my current workload, but we will see. I do have them planned out. And then you'll get to see lots more about the cruise and everything that we were able to do on the cruise. Now, if you're interested in the 2025 cruise, it is already up on Cruise and Crop's website, and I'll put a link down below for that. We are not going out of Florida this time. We're going out of Galveston, Texas. We're going to Roatan, Honduras. We are going to Cozumel, Mexico, and we have one other port in Mexico, but I can never remember the name of it. I don't know. It's like 3 words. Somehow it's too hard to remember 3 words, you guys. I don't know. So I thought I'd pull out what I have set aside for things I can pull from to finish my album. Now, I have way more paper than I probably need, although I do have a layout planned for every day the rest of the month, other than that Thursday. This is still going to be probably too much paper, but although I don't have everything accounted for throughout the rest of the month, there are still a few layouts beyond that I know I want to make, that I don't have photos assigned a date for. Hopefully that made sense. I kind of said that backwards, but here's my stack of paper. You know, it's only 2 inches thick, you guys. I mean, come on, I can fit that in a couple of albums, right? Some of these are leftovers from the class. This is leftover from cruise class. I do have a couple of these Heidi Swap set sail pieces for tags and such. I probably won't use the back, but I have a couple of these just because I love to use tags and tickets and such, and so the colors matched really well. This is a Kaiser craft paper. This, I have a layout on the other sheet of this. I had 2 sheets of this. I pulled it because it matches the turquoises and the greens really well. I've already done a layout on the other one. It's coming later this week. So I know at least one of those will be used. I don't know if I'll use this, you guys. I threw it in here in case I need to cut some leaves. I do have dies with leaves, so some of these papers are meant for cutting up. I did use a sheet of this already. It's in my album already, and I think it was a water slide, ride-a-slide layout, and so I pulled that because I may want to pull it in elsewhere in the album. I'm going to set this aside right now. I did pull this, which it does not match perfectly, but there are some elements that do match. So I don't know if I'll use the papers or not, but like this paper matches great. This paper matches great. Some of them match really well and others not so great. So we'll see what happens with the Sunburst, but I have both the foundations and the collection pack. I've got multiples of embellishments, so we'll see. This is, I believe, a Vicky Booten paper from her Where to Next collection, I think. And so I popped this in there because it's got several of the colors that are represented in this particular line. This is a Maggie Holmes Woodland Grove, more tickets, which has some of the matching colors also. We'll see. This is Heidi Swap art walk. I'm not going to go through every single page here, I don't think. And I don't know, this side really matches much better than the other side, so I might use that. I don't know. It's all in here as possibilities. I've got a couple of sheets of this, Heidi Swap Set Sail. This is really old. I don't know even why this is in here. Oh, I think I pulled it in for the air stuff, but I'm going to pop that out because I've already done the air stuff. Another whole sheet of this. Wow, you guys can sit here and organize with me. Journaling spots. This is also Heidi Swap's Set Sail, and this side matches wonderfully, so I could use either one of those, which brings me to another turquoise paper. I've got a lot of these turquoises in here. I thought that would go well. This is Heidi Swap's Sun Chaser. More Heidi Swap Sun Chaser. I've already used some of this in one of the albums, but both sides go really well. Peachy pink and, you know, in strips. I don't think I'd use the whole thing. I have used the whole thing before because I love that paper. This goes very well. More Set Sail. This is a really old My Mind's Eye. I don't know. I think I pulled it in for the navy stripes, but at one point, but that was, I would have used that for the flight. So I'm going to set it aside. This is actually from the collection we used. It was a leftover paper, Simple Vintage Coastal. We didn't use any of that, so it was actually the leftover from the kit. It wasn't an extra that I had. I pulled in a couple of wood veneers. Let me pull out the wood veneer here. So just some warm wood veneers. These were not in the kit. This was in the kit. So this is an extra sheet that I had. And then this was also in the kit. It's a girl, Echo Park. I actually used the yellow side on the dining page, but we pulled it in we had the entire solids from the It's a Girl Echo Park pack. This is from Reminisce. More turquoise and peachy pink kind of a colors. And then I've got several sheets of the Simple Vintage Berry Fields from Simple Stories, which I thought, I don't know that red works, but the other side works. The yellow works. The green could work. Several sheets of that just because I thought it could go well. More of that peachy orangey color. This is actually a Pink Fresh that's really kind of old, I think. Yep, 2020. So it's a Pink Fresh Altenew collab. This one I pulled in for this side. My goodness, I'm taking forever to go through this. This is a Spectrum Sherbet paper, which probably this side I could use. More Spectrum Sherbet. This is C'est La Vie from P13. And this, I don't think I would use either one of those two sides, but I might use these. Very neutral. More of the peachy pink, which, I mean, a lot of the pinks, because it's a mottled kind of a pink, they will work. More wood, and I don't even know where this is from. It's probably from, it's not from a paper pad, but it's been in my stash for a long time. I don't know that I'll use that, but I'll stick it. Actually, I'm going to stick it to the side because I don't think it's quite warm enough. This one I just pulled in for the corals, and I don't know if I'll end up using it or not, but it's called Oceanic from Authentique, in case that interests you. More Heidi Swap Art Walk. This is actually more Simple Vintage Coastals. Now this is getting into the papers that I had in my stash that were identical to the kit. So this is Simple Vintage Coastal. This was definitely used in the kit. Let me set that one aside until I get through these. More Simple Vintage Coastals. So these are all papers that were in my stash from leftovers from this particular kit. So we have this Sandy Toes is what that's called. This one's called Paradise Found. I've got 2 sheets of that. And it's got this pink map on the back. I'm going to try and go a little quicker because it's going to be a while. Tropical Life. And it's got boats on the back. This one's called Beach Vibes, and it's this color on the back, which, funny story, when we set up this kit, This was the one paper MK said I needed to save for her because I had the kit first and made my pages first. And she said, save this paper for her. And I was like, it's because she doesn't want me to use the pink. Sure enough, she used that side. Set that aside until I get through this. So these are also simple vintage coastal. These were not part of the kit, but I found these at my local store. And so I went ahead and bought them because I was like, I know this matches. It's from the same collection. I've got several of the turquoise, which has a more pink on the back. And then I've got several of the peach, which is called guava or sand. That is the much darker pink on the back. This is from a page kit that is from the simple, it was like a 2-page layout kit. This is printed on it, so it's not like glued on there. So I had the page kit as well, and I've already probably used the embellishments. This is another one of those pink and turquoise ones. So I bought those from my store because I knew I could pull those in anywhere. Same with this one. Bought it from my local store, but that was what they had left on the shelf. A couple more from my local store that I just was like, I'm going to buy them because I know I'll probably use them. And if not, that's okay. So more of that beach vibes that MK had to use, and the 4x6 elements, which is the pineapples on the back, which is why I left a couple, that yellow paper from Heidi Swap's Art Walk in here because it matches the yellow pineapples pretty well. This has been in my stash for a long, long time. It's from Prima. It's their surfboard collection. But I thought, you know, some of these things could work. I don't think all of them could, but some of them could. So I left that in there. More Heidi Swap Art Walk, which I just loved this collection. It goes with so many things. And then this is from P13. I'm like, I can't even read that. It's from P13. And more pineapples. I doubt I would use that, but I might use this. But I stuck it in there anyway. This is not supposed to be in here. It just got stuck in the wrong pile. A pile of white paper because I took this whole thing to a crop recently and worked on the pages that you're going to see later this week. More of the green paper, which has the lighter turquoise on the back. More of the 49 and Market Sunburst collection, which goes with those papers I said I may or may not use. So I did end up using a couple of the rub-ons already, and you'll see those later this week. Set that aside. More of the Heidi Swap Set Sail. And this paper, this is also from Set Sail. I've had this, there's another sheet of it in this pile already. More of my Mind's Eye, which I thought this is a great, just a turquoise grid, and it will go well with anything. This is from Sun Chaser, which is the Heidi Swap collection, and I thought these cut-aparts would work really well. Some of them, not all of them, but some of them. And I might even be able to pull in some of that. We'll see. This is a mixed media piece that I did, and you're going to see that on Friday. Spoiler alert. Another piece of this one with the ledger on the back. I'll probably put all those together so that I can find them when I put my kit away here. So I won't make you sit through looking for that. This is the Ultimate Page Kit from Sunburst, and I've already used pieces out of this. You're going to see that later this week. So I've already used some of that. I've got a couple extra pieces of the corrugated paper to bring in wherever I see fit. I wouldn't use that as a whole. I'll use it as strips. And then these last few papers that I set aside, this is the Vintage Artistry Beached Palm paper. We used half of this in class, and then I used the other half later on one of the layouts that I've already released on my channel. And then I've got 2 sheets of this cartography paper from 49 and Market. It is from their Vintage Artistry Beached, and this is the paper that was inside of the insert that you could put your tickets in. So that's my papers. I'm going to keep going. I don't know if you guys want to see more, but I'm going to keep going. I do have the foam stickers. We did not use these in class. I just bought these at my local store. They only had like one of them, which was fine. I don't need that many foam stickers. I did pull the Heidi Swap Sun Chaser stickers because I feel like some of these will work really well. You know, it's not going to be in everything because that's definitely not going in my album, and probably not this, but some of these other pieces might. I'm going to allow myself to pull in thickers wherever needed. I have lots of leftover bits from the cruise album that are just small bits. I'm not going to walk through all of those with you, but you can see I've got several. So I will be pulling those in as I can wherever needed. So yeah, lots of papers left over, bits and pieces. And some of these are left over from the layouts that I did after the cruise kit, or after we came back from the cruise. So I will pull those in wherever. So these could be from there. They may not all just be from the cruise kit. I have all of my embellishments already into this little bin. It's like a little felt bin I got in the Target dollar spot. So I'm not going to go through all of those, but there's quite a few of them because we had some left over from the actual cruise kit. I had some from the the 2 double page kits. Well, it was one kit that had 2 double page layouts in it. We also had an add-on little thing of embellishments that I had purchased from my local store. So those are in there. And then in here, these are photos that I didn't use or I printed in the wrong orientation. Changed my mind. But I do have some pieces from the 49 and Market Alina collection, which has a lot of turquoise and a lot of this peachy pinky kind of a color. So I pulled those out, and then I've been adding the Heidi Swap tickets that I cut apart into here so I can just pull from this. So these pieces may not all get used, and that's okay, but I thought I have them in my stash. I'm going to stick them there so that I can work on them, or work on using them up as much as I can. Looking over here just to see what else I have. So there's still a couple of pieces there. I do have wood veneer that I've pulled out from my stash. We had this, MK made these amazing pieces that are specific to the ports that we went to. So I have those to use. We've got Labadee, Falmouth, Coco Cay. They have a huge hot air balloon thing you can ride at Coco Cay. We were supposed to do an excursion with a lighthouse. I don't know. It was one that got canceled. This is the ship that says Oasis of the Sea. And then we've got several towel animals, and I've got photos of those. I'll use that. I've got a tiki hut. These are from last summer, I believe, one of her summer release. And I don't know if she has them in the shop still or not. But I've got these. It's a drink. And then this is, they're like little maps, I believe. But yeah, they're very tropical looking with the shells and the leaves. So those are kind of cool. I've got this piece, and I may have pieces mixed up because, no, I think these are right. I have used some of the banner pieces out of some of these. So if I got them back in the right package or not, I'm not 100% sure at this point. So I've got this one. I've got this one. I probably won't use the swan, but the leaves and the flower and the tropical I could potentially use. I've already used, I think, 2 of these in other spots in this album, in the pages I've made after we came back. So I'm hoping to use these as well. And then I've got some yummy fruity drinks. Those are definitely going to make it in the album somewhere. And then I believe this, it wasn't from a Halloween. I think it was from maybe last year. I'm not sure. And oh, they're from, oh, they are, this one's from October. I don't know about this one because I think she did pirates outside of October. But I thought these would be perfect for the Pirate Museum. I don't know if you can see those skulls. But yeah, I thought those would be perfect for the Pirate Museum. I do not have all of this ephemera left. I have bits and pieces. All of the leftovers from the class got stuck in here. And that's how they came home with me. So that's why I have that packaging. And then I do also have, sorry, my desk is kind of a mess, you guys, even though I just kind of moved over here. But I've got the Brads from the same Simple Stories collection, so I'm going to try and get those on a page. I've got some, also some leftover stickers from the Heidi Swap Art Walk collection. And this big old wrinkle, this is how it came, because Joann's, way back when I ordered the Art Walk a couple years ago, they shipped it in a plastic mailer with nothing in it besides this and a few other stickers. Or, yeah, I think they were stickers. So yeah, it came like this. Very sad. But I thought some of these pieces could work, like Sunkissed or whatever. The drink. I don't know. So I pulled that aside. I have this 49 in Market from Vintage Artistry Beached. It's washi tape, but it's got beach vibes and sunshine and Get Tropical. So I thought that was perfect. This was actually at my local store. I think this is actually a whole piece of washi as well. So I might pull that in. That's fabulous. I didn't even realize that was washi. And then I have these Heidi Swap stickers. These are also from Art Walk. Yeah. So this is what it has in it, but some of these have already been used because I have had this collection in my stash for quite a while, you can see. But I like these, like this one says soaking it all in, enjoy the moment. I thought those could be worth pulling out and using as well. And I think that's it, you guys. The rest is all this Vintage Artistry Sunburst. I'm probably going to use flowers. I don't know. I might use some of this as well. Like I said, I may not use all of the papers because they may not all match, but there are bits and pieces in here that do match. This is the cluster kit, so I feel like some of these, like that would look really great. This would look really great. So yeah, I'm going to pull those in as much as I can just so I can start using them. This collection has just been sitting waiting for me to do something with it. And I have the chipboard pieces. I thought that would work well as together as well with everything, especially, you know, there are some yellow papers and the pinks and greens. There's like all of these colors are in here except maybe the orange. I don't know. So we'll see what I can do. Again, I'll put the link for Cruise and Crop down below. If you're interested in joining us for 2025, we would love to have you join us. I'm sure I'll probably say that more than once this this month while I am doing this. So please bear with me because not everybody watches every day. But I want people to know that we do have another cruise coming up in February. So it's President's Day week and it's out of Galveston and we're going to have tons of fun. And we have a whole new collection, a whole different album that we are going to be working on. And it's really cool so far. And I think you guys are going to love it. I will be back again tomorrow with another video. So come back and see me then. Bye-bye.